Good afternoon, everyone. I am Miss Missy Ann, and welcome to my channel. Today, I want to talk about something a little different. It might rub people the wrong way, but I am going to discuss it anyway. I am going to be honest about my feelings and my opinions. So, what I want to talk about today is where did the morally modest women go? And what I mean by morally modest women, I mean the women that had respect for themselves and others, appropriate and discreet behavior they had. So everybody didn't need to know your business. If you was gonna creep out with somebody that night and it's your first time meeting them, you don't need to tell nobody that. You need to be discreet with your behavior and your attire. So that means respecting yourself to wear the appropriate attire and to conduct yourself in a morally correct way, avoiding all unnecessary attention or provocation. We have women publicly just exposing themselves. They don't leave anything for the imagination for a man, you know. They show it all at one time. And so that's why men think, hell, if they can get the milk for free, why buy the cow? You know? That's just one of our little sayings from way back. So, I want to give you a few descriptions of what is considered in these days and time the slang for a grown-ass woman. Mature, independent, confident, self-aware, emotionally stable, ready for all life brings. But when it comes to morally modest, it is not mentioned in those descriptions. I understand that we have come a long way as women. We have come a long way as women, because when I was growing up, when I was a teenager and young adult, we didn't have these great women, especially black women in high places. You know, we had a few, and we still don't have as many as we should have in 2025. We still don't have as many as we should have. But we have come a long way, and that's a good thing. But for as far as you came, why would you give up your moral modesty? That was a sacred thing for all women. I thought, at least in my growing up days, that was a sacred thing. We considered our bodies as precious. I'm sweating, y'all. I'm sitting outside, but I'm catching a little breeze now. But anyway, I just want to know what changed that make women want to expose their bodies. I don't even see how you can expose your bodies in public. That wouldn't, I don't know. I don't even know if I could do that. And so it is still gasping for me when I'm looking at some of these programs on TV and these girls is walking around here with nothing's hidden. You can see every bit of their ass because they got on these swimsuits that with what's the strap that go between your butt? Whatever they call them, bikinis or whatever, but the bikinis don't have nothing on the ass. I don't want to. I don't want to see y'all's ass. I don't know what makes y'all want to prance around and think somebody's really enjoying it other than the men, and they're only enjoying it for one reason, you know, because that makes them think a certain way. And I know, well, we can't be judged because of the way we dressed. Well, that's some bull crap. Okay. Because the way you dress can tell a lot about who you are. And I'm just concerned with our women. We are getting so disrespected. We are getting abused and misused. And a lot of it is because of the way you carry yourself. If you don't have respect for yourself, why do you think a man or anybody else is going to have respect for you? Do you really think a man that's not in the nightlife, the fast-paced nightlife, would even want to take a woman that he knows has no problem being in public half naked? Do you really think those are the women that men really want to take home to meet their moms and to be a part of their life forever? No. Most of those relationships might work a year or so. You know, they spend all this money on these fancy big weddings for the glamour of it all, and 9 months later, they're going through a divorce. So I'm not understanding why give up your morality, modest womanhood to be with somebody for 9 months and then they don't want you anymore. So, what I wanted to ask, and I would love, 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 for any female, give me your opinion on what I'm saying. Am I crazy? Am I just slow on the times? Is this really, really okay with you guys to walk around half naked? Or am I just over exaggerating? Because, like I said, I still, every time I see someone naked, half naked on that TV, I gasp. Because I know God is gasping too. Because that is not what He intended for us to be. The reason we are supposed to be private is because we are supposed to be sacred. And the only man that's supposed to see all what you have is someone that loves you and wants to be with you. Not someone that just wants to play with you for a little bit of time and then they're going to dispose you for another half-naked body. So I just wanted to ask the females and give me your honest opinions. Would you, or what sounds better to you? A grown-ass woman with morally modest ways, which is considered a lady? Or you just want to be a grown-ass woman with a bad body and publicly showing all your private business? Most of it anyway, not all of it. But then sometimes I done seen some of y'all show a little bit of everything. Older people, older generations, they're not getting any consideration. What about the respect for the older generation? We don't want to be subject to y'all's indecent exposure. Really and truly, back in the day, you'd get arrested for being on the street. You didn't even have to be all the way naked. Just have too much exposed and they was going to pick you up. So what would you rather be? What do you think God thinks about how we're exposing our bodies? And then we want to holler and scream and if a man disrespects you. But why are you hollering and screaming? Because he disrespects you. Because you're disrespecting yourself. If you don't respect yourself, I know you don't think a man is going to respect you. So women, please, 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 for our own sakes, let's be ladies. It don't take much. I'm just saying, dress appropriately in the appropriate places. If you want to get naked in your bedroom with your man, or if y'all want to have a orgy party or whatever be going on in these days, that's all cool. But don't expect it to be okay with generations of old people, because we absolutely do not want to see exposed bodies in public. Women, this is a choice that you can make. You can stay like you are. I'm not trying to change anybody. I'm not trying to degrade anybody. But I'm just saying, time is winding up. And if you're a churchgoer, if you're a Christian, if you believe in God, the Father, the Son, and the Holy Ghost, you know time is winding up. And are you going to be morally prepared when he comes? Thank you so much for viewing this video. I hope it touched some female just a little bit. Thank you. Have a nice rest of the day, and I'll see you next time.